Hey guys, welcome in. So today we're continuing our Breakout player series, and we're talking about the juniors today. If you missed the sophomore Breakout video, I will have that linked in the description down below. But of course, there were a ton of players to choose from, so if I missed anyone or if you disagree with my list, make sure to let me know down in the comments. And before we get into it, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out so much. Also, you can support the channel in an even bigger way for only $1 a month over on my Patreon, which is linked down below. Thanks as always, you guys are awesome. Okay, so first up, let's talk about Romello Height. Romello is someone that I feel like people have just completely forgotten about on this USC team. He was lost for the year very early on last season, but remember guys, he was a day one starter. He is very impressive from a physical aspect. He doesn't have the production yet, but I'm pretty confident that this is his year to break out. Of course, for that to happen, he has to stay healthy. He's battled injuries all throughout his collegiate career so far, but all it takes is 1 year of clean health to really get his career going, and I hope that this year that happens. Like we've talked about before, for this Alex Grinch scheme to be successful, you need consistent production from the edge spot. If Romello can help shore that spot up, he will really help put this defense in a better position to succeed. Next up is fan favorite linebacker Rajon Davis. Now Rajon is someone that I have been wanting to see on the field in a prominent role since the 2021 season. His tape at Mater Dei was elite, and I really thought his game would transition perfectly to the college game. Fast forward to this last year, you all know the story. Despite the linebackers playing their worst football down the stretch late in the year, he wasn't getting on the field. I know me and a bunch of you guys were all wanting him to get some serious playing time on defense, and then the bowl game comes around, we're hearing he could see the field a good amount, and in the first half he isn't anywhere to be found. Even late into the second half, despite awful linebacker play from the starters, he still wasn't in the game. They finally put him in the mid-fourth quarter, and what do you know, first play he blows a guy up. That was a statement from Rajon. 2 years of frustration all came out on that play, and I think he is really ready to build on that and ball out this year. This defense was and is still in need of an athletic cover linebacker who is versatile enough to come up and play the run and take on blockers and all the other linebacker stuff, and he's obviously the perfect candidate for that. Now the linebacker room is very crowded heading into the season, but I do believe Rajon is talented enough to break through that group and really separate himself from the pack. And I do understand and appreciate that this coaching staff puts such a heavy emphasis on practice habits and performance. I totally get why they do it. Having said that, you and I both know that gamers exist. When those bright stadium lights come on and the biggest moments arise, those players are at their best. That could be Rajon. Better in games than in practice. If Shane Lee practices very well but gets destroyed by Tulane out on the field, should he really be getting more playing time than Rajon because he might not practice as well? Again, I get that it's a culture thing, but at this level at some point you just need to put the best 11 out there. Rajon's teammates seem to love him. He's a humble and hardworking guy. He deserves a shot. And this is the year I think it happens. Now, just be ready for the rants that will be on this channel when he plays this year and lights it up, because he definitely would have helped a lot these last few years. But he is a candidate to have a breakout year for sure. Alright, sticking with the defense, next up is one of my favorite players on the team and defensive back Anthony Beavers Jr. If used correctly, I really think Anthony could have a big year. I forget what game it was that Kalen got thrown out and he had to come in and play the deep safety role. It might have been Wazoo, but I don't really remember. Anyways, I'm sure you'll remember that he really struggled. He gave up that big touchdown and looked really out of sorts and confused. That's not how he should be used. He needs to be used in a Sua Craven-Z type of role. Bring him down, let him rush off the edge occasionally, put him on tight ends and running backs, let him play the run. He has a great skill set that needs to be used properly to get the most out of him. I could definitely see Anthony having a breakout year and being a mainstay in the SC secondary. Okay, so let's move over to the other side of the ball for the lone offensive player on this list. I want to talk about wide receiver Michael Jackson III. I still remember the 2021 spring game when he and Jackson Dart were making crazy plays and everyone thought Mike Jack was the next big time SC wideout, and I still think he could be. As we saw last year, he's an absolute home run threat. He can score from anywhere on the field. USC does have an absolutely stacked wideout room, but I still think he could break through. Now, I don't think any wideout in this Lincoln Riley offense will have 1,500 yards and 15 scores or any crazy numbers like that. Too many mouths to feed, but I do think Mike Jack could be a top 3 wideout on this team from a statistical standpoint. Alright guys, so those are my 4 junior breakout candidates. Again, if you disagree with my list or if I missed anybody, please make sure to let me know down in the comments. Also, with spring ball starting on Sunday, the videos will be coming a lot more frequently, so make sure to keep coming back to the channel for updates on position battles, transfer portal, anything involving USC you can find here. And if you did enjoy the video today, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much. You guys are awesome. And as always, take care and fight on.